I have never seen such a cruel master who would actually push his own apprentice off a cliff. Terrified, Boji, who was about to fall into the hellfire, quickly covered his eyes, thinking he would surely die this time. Suddenly, a crossbow bolt flew out of his backpack and stuck in the rock wall, which made him slide to the cliff edge and escape death. Staring at the backpack in front of him, Boji was filled with confusion. When Kage climbed out of the bag, Boji burst into tears of joy. Kage stepped forward to comfort him, and Boji quickly wiped away his tears, yet both of them shed tears involuntarily. In fact, Kage had been protecting Boji in secret all along. When Boji fell from the tower, Kage managed to catch him with the bag. When the bag was stolen while he was sleeping by the fountain, Kage scared the thief away. When Boji was about to eat the poisoned meat, Kage also saved him with a dart. The deal that Beck the snake charmer made with Kage was exactly for Kage to protect Boji's safety. Afterwards, the two decided to continue downward into the underworld for more thrilling adventures. On the way, they were overcome by the cursed aura and fell unconscious. Two soldiers appeared and took them to a castle deep in the underworld. The man on the throne saw at a glance that both of them were cursed beings. One was a giant whose strength had been stolen, and the other was a member of the Shadow Clan, hated by the gods and transformed in form. It was precisely because of this that they had survived. The man slammed his scepter on the ground, jolting Boji and Kage awake. The man on the throne then recognized Boji as King Boss's son, and mocked him for being incompetent and losing the throne to his younger brother. Boji hung his head in shame, while Kage, filled with anger, immediately retorted that they had come to the underworld to become stronger. They had heard there was a man in the underworld who could make ordinary people powerful, and they had come to find him to train Boji. The man laughed mockingly again and then said, "I am the one you are looking for." The man on the throne was none other than Daisha, the second strongest man in the world and the king of the underworld. Daisha wanted to test Boji's strength, so he sent his powerful captain of the underworld knights to fight Boji. Ostensibly, it was a test for Boji, but in reality, he only intended to humiliate him. Upon hearing that their opponent was the captain of the underworld knights, Kage immediately grew panicked, for these knights not only possessed the power to destroy the world, but were also extremely relentless. Yet Boji felt no fear at all. Instead, he was full of confidence and struck the knight's armor with all his strength. The captain of the knights looked utterly dumbfounded by the feeble attack. Kage stepped forward to explain that Boji excelled at evasion and asked Desha to watch a little longer, and Desha agreed with an impatient look. Staring at the weak and powerless prince before him, who was actually the son of the renowned King Bosi, the captain of the knights felt disappointed, thinking Boji could never become strong and must have endured countless setbacks. He intended to make Boji face the truth about his own strength this time. However, his fierce strike was easily dodged by Boji, leaving everyone around stunned, and Kage jumped for joy. The captain of the knights launched attacks like a torrential downpour, yet Boji dodged them all with agile steps. No matter how hard he struck, Boji remained unharmed in the end. Even so, Daisha still seemed unconvinced of Boji's strength, and Kage continued to plead with him to train Boji.